Oura is one of the most distinguishable health trackers available, having an entire set of high-end sensors that track everything from your sleep, recovery, and activity, all within a small ring. And with Oura's Gen 3 Horizon, they've managed to make the ring perfectly round, whereas the previously released Heritage version had a flat bottom. Being a ring compared to, say, a smartwatch comes with its fair share of advantages as well as disadvantages. And some of these advantages, like the excellent sleep and temperature tracking, for instance, will make the Oura Ring a fantastic choice for those looking to monitor their health. Some of the disadvantages, though, like the less than stellar workout tracking, will make the Oura Ring a poor choice for those who want useful sports and fitness tracking. So today I'm going to dig into both the good and the bad in this in-depth review of the Oura Ring Gen 3 Horizon. So first, when selecting an Oura Ring, you can choose from the new Horizon style, which is perfectly round like a regular ring, or you can save around $50 and go with the older Heritage style, which has a flat bottom where most of the sensors are held. The price for these generally range from $299 to $549 depending on the type of finish you choose. Personally, I went with the Horizon ring with a stealth finish, which I think looks great. Each of the Oura rings have a non-allergenic seamless inner molding with 3 sensor bumps that press up against your finger. They are 7.9 millimeters wide and 2.55 millimeters thick and weigh between 4 and 6 grams depending on the type and size, which ranges from size 6 to 13. Personally, I'm not somebody who really prefers to wear rings like this in general, but I did find Oura to be quite comfortable. Now, while the new Horizon ring being round sounds better than the Heritage ring, it's important to know that 1, they are the exact same in terms of performance and function, and 2, there may actually be a downside to having the round Horizon ring, and that is in order for the Oura ring to be able to get the most accurate data, the sensors need to be placed on the palm side of your finger. And while the Horizon ring generally stays in place and has a marker to help you see if it's in the right position, it does on occasion spin around to the point where the accurate data is no longer being taken. And while this wasn't an everyday occurrence for me, there would be several times each week that the Oura ring would fail to capture any data for several hours while the ring was unknowingly in the wrong position. And while I have not used the more flat Heritage version, I feel like this would be less likely to happen if you had that designated flat edge. In terms of battery life, they say the Oura ring lasts around 7 days, depending on which features you use, and for me, I generally was able to get around 5 days out of it before I needed to recharge it, but charging it was fairly quick, taking about 60 to 80 minutes to get a full battery. Now, as I mentioned, the Oura Ring Gen 3 is packed with sensors to track your sleep, heart rate variability, blood oxygen, respiratory rate, temperature, and various activities. And when paired with your phone via the app, Oura does a great job at showing all of this in a way that is useful, well organized, and not overwhelming. In fact, Oura has one of the best onboarding setups that I've ever seen, adding a few more metrics for you to view each day while explaining what everything means and how to get more detailed information should you want to learn more. Now, when it comes to sleep tracking, when I first started testing Oura out, I was not impressed by its accuracy. Now, all wearables are going to be a bit off when it comes to tracking your sleep, but Oura seemed to be a bit farther off than many others. But in the past couple of weeks, I've been testing out the new sleep staging beta, which is basically an initial test for their upcoming new algorithm to better detect various sleep stages. And this seems to be much better. In fact, I feel like this is probably now my most accurate sleep tracker, especially with its automatic nap detection. Because sometimes I'll wake up early some days only to fall back asleep, and some devices that I have will not be able to really detect this or add this, so-called nap. But Oura catches it really well, and not only that, automatically adjusts my sleep and recovery scores and all of that with the new data from the nap or extended sleep now included. So really solid in my experience, at least, for sleep tracking. Now, while you sleep, it'll also monitor your heart rate, blood oxygen levels, breathing regularity, temperature, and HRV, or heart rate variability. And again, I found all of this to be really accurate and well tracked. I especially liked how thoroughly the blood oxygen levels were tracked because typically with smart wearables like this, you'll get a single reading or an average blood oxygen level reading per night. But Oura also monitors your breathing regularity by showing you when and how frequently you have variations in your blood oxygen levels throughout the night, which can help detect if there might be problems with some issue that is disturbing your breathing. Also, if you're finding this video useful and appreciate reviews and guides to get right to the point without wasting your time, please feel free to hit that like button, as it helps YouTube know that you found the video valuable and helps our channel out a ton. Really appreciate it. Okay, so I also found the temperature recording with Oura to be great with its 7 include temperature sensors, which seem to do a better job than most other devices I've tested at being able to detect my personal temperature and not outside sources. And this can be a useful tool to help you get an early warning if you might be getting sick or if you're fighting off something. The temperature tracking is also used to accurately predict your next period and alert you 6 days before it starts based on the fluctuations in your body temperature. Obviously, I did not test this out, but it could be a valuable tool for many women. Now, when it comes to activity tracking, the Oura Ring Gen 3 does a good job when it comes to the basics. Step counting, inactivity times, calories burned, and so on can be displayed and tracked to help you keep moving towards your goals. And there's even a calorie opt-out option, which allows you to opt out of calorie tracking if you'd like, which I think is great. There's also an optional rest mode you can activate so that if you're tired or under stress or just want to have a day off, Oura will adjust all of your daily goals and put your rest and recovery first. But where I found Oura to be at its weakest was its ability to track workouts. While Oura can automatically detect and track various workout types, and you can start a workout manually via the app, the options and accuracy here are all pretty limited. First off, there are only 5 workout types supported if you want to start a workout: outdoor and indoor running, outdoor and indoor cycling, and walking. There are, however, many more workout types available to choose from if you want to track your workouts through the Oura app after the workout is over. So it's not terrible by any means, but so far I've also found the heart rate accuracy of Oura during workouts to not be really reliable. While the accuracy is reliable during rest or regular movement, I feel like running or other various activities create more movement on the Oura than it can really handle to continue getting accurate heart rate readings. And for some workouts, like a strength session for example, you don't really want to be holding on to weights with a ring like Oura anyways, as it's uncomfortable and could also scratch up the ring. And even when rowing, I found wearing the Oura ring to be pretty uncomfortable, and it actually did end up giving me a blood blister when trying to row with it. So for me, I really don't suggest using Oura as a workout tracker outside of like walks or possibly hikes. Although I will mention that Oura is water resistant up to 100 meters, so it is perfectly safe to take swimming should you want to use it for that. Alternatively, Oura does sync with Strava, Apple Health, and Google Fit. So if you track your workouts with other devices, Oura will be able to automatically add them to its activity tracking. Another weak spot for the Oura Gen 3 is in its behavioral tracking and analysis, because while it does a great job of tracking and displaying all of your health data, it doesn't do as great a job of allowing you to get a sense of how those numbers are being impacted by various behaviors. There is a tagging system that can be used to help Oura show you the effect of various behaviors or inputs, but I found the number of options that you can tag to be very limited, as well as there's no way to add any nuance to those options. For example, you can track you had a beer, but you can't track whether you had just one or maybe a lot more. And so the tagging system ends up being extremely limited in its functionality. Not to mention, to track yesterday's behaviors, you'll have to scroll back to the previous day and try to remember all of the things that you wanted to track, which feels very poorly laid out compared to other options out there. That said, there is one more highlight of Oura that I want to add, and that is the 75+ guided meditations, breathing exercises, and sleep visualizations available on the app. And while other apps offer similar features, what makes Oura stand out is that after you take one, you'll see a summary showing the exercise affected, your heart rate, average HRV during that session, and how these results compare to your baseline. And as someone who generally doesn't like these sort of meditation tools, it feels much more rewarding to see data showing that they can actually make a difference. Of course, as with many devices these days, the purchase of the Oura Ring also requires a monthly subscription of $5.99. sense should you want to be able to see more than just the 3 daily Oura scores, which are the activity, readiness, and sleep scores. So paying that additional amount on top of the Oura can make this smart ring a fairly expensive option. And while I don't love the subscription cost, I do think Oura does offer a really compelling device here that, if you prefer wearing a ring to a watch or strap, offers some of the best and most accurate health data that you could want. It won't replace a sports or smartwatch when it comes to tracking workouts, but if you're more interested in your day-to-day activity and health, this is certainly one of the best options available. Now, if you want to see how the Oura Gen 3 compares to the Whoop 4 armband, I have a video that should be up in a few days, and when it's up, you can view it here. Again, this is Colin with Connect the Watts. Appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next time.